Good morning, everybody. Friday. It's a chill Friday stream. Nightline sent me a new hat, so I thought I'd show it off. Even though I kind of like the Bucky's hat. Actually, my Snoopy hat is the best one. Look at my man Cole Hauser right here. Before we even got started with a 5. Whoo! Mm-mm-mm. I like this new Nightline hat. It looks like it's all like busted up and old and like it's like a perfect driving hat. Anyway. Anyway. Anyway, good morning to you all. Good morning. We got Mego in here, Cameron Cross, Kevin, B Man, Marianne B, Bruce, my brother is here. Chaos Mega didn't think I'd make it. Old Man Hatfield. Look at that. I see you guys. Donna Hall is here. The Planet Will. Crow. Right Rider. Ladybug makes a rare appearance. Lady Marine. My kick people are kicking. My rumble people are shaking it up. And here we are on YouTube. I feel like this is like, did I make this whole week? No. I missed Monday. Wasp is here, Christian Rocker, Stephen Brown. Mm-mm-mm. We also have like a live stream on the Drunk 3PO channel tonight to go over Spider-Man, which seems to be all over all over my Twitter feed. Is Spider-Man. My. And then we'll get to the next movie, right? We'll get to the next movie. But yesterday, what was crazy? Yesterday, right before the show ended, I showed like I'm trying to get my tab set. We showed that migrant crisis yesterday, like like the stuff going on in Spain, and I'm sitting here like, what the freak? It was like worse. We just showed like the tail end of it, of what is happening over in Spain and Morocco. Like we showed like the tail end of it all, and like all of a sudden that thing just broke out into whew, it broke out into some crazy World War Z. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of the memes. Freaking crazy. I do have a little context on this though, but yeah, this was it.
Video here, chaos at the border of Spain's North African enclave in Morocco. This is a city called Ceuta. You're watching as thousands of migrants break through the fence and completely overwhelm the border police. Their video showing huge groups of people, mostly young military-age guys, cramming into inflatable tubes or arriving on shore in other ways, some of them wading in the water as they break through the gates to get to the other side. Sandra, this is reminiscent of kind of what we saw during the open border during the Biden administration through 2021, 2024, kind of similar to what we saw in Del Rio back in 2021. The socialist agenda, their platform literally says they want to abolish borders, abolish immigration enforcement, have complete freedom of movement. This is what it looks like in another country if they get what they want. Notice there is no resistance from the government whatsoever. These people are coming in without any obstruction. And if people don't know, Spain has a very left-wing government. Earlier this year, they did a big amnesty program for over 1 million illegal immigrants living in the country. They had 1.3 million illegal immigrants apply for that amnesty program between April and June. So that's what we call a pull factor, Sandra. They're looking for something like that. They know if they can just get their foot in the country, maybe someday that left-wing government will do another amnesty program. And you were just reading some of the wires. The locals want an emergency declaration. It sounds like
the ministry's saying no, and they will not deploy military to the border.
Apparently, they don't think this is an emergency. I mean, look at this. This is a total free-for-all.
It does feel like we are looking at a few years ago when you're reporting at the border here in the United States. This
Is it me? I don't see no children. I don't see no women. Kim's Coffee Talk has just rated the stream over on the Rumble side. Man, thank you so much. What were y'all talking over there, Kim? And why did you pick my stream out of everybody else's? I appreciate it. What were y'all, Kim's Coffee Talk? What were y'all talking about? What were y'all doing? Yeah, let's get the sirens in the chat, huh? Out of everybody, you didn't pick this stream. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Because you're the best, Jay. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I see all the Rumble sirens going off. That's cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Pastors going bad and other things on Kim's channel. Yeah, that sounds pretty familiar, like over here too. So sounds pretty familiar. Again, going back to, it's like I do want to bring, not that this even matters at all. The videos are like alarming here, but let's see if I can find it. This brought some kind of perspective to me, a little bit of perspective. Not a lot, but this is it doesn't matter, right? Jay, she asked for a recommendation and I put your name in the ring. She graciously chose you. I feel blessed by that. Thank you, Mid Iowa Gamer. So this is the excuse me, I'm a little nervous now. Got a raid, you know. This is the weird, like, so Spain owns this little dot here on Morocco. So what technically got invaded was this little isle, this little dot, this little tip. But what was weird is I like to see people on boats. I guess they just brought the boats around and just ran into this little tiny area. Again, doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it right whatsoever. But if their government's saying, "Yeah, come on in, everybody." So it wasn't on the mainland, but still, that's not like that's not the point. That would be like, I think there was a better map someone might have posted. It would have been like if people just like invaded Hawaii, right? You know? I thought someone posted a better map. Maybe not. Here it is. Maybe this is better. So there's Spain mainland. And this little area right here, I don't know if you can see it. For some reason, they own this little tip of Morocco. And they just decided that living in that little tip or going to that little tip is much better than, I don't know, a little bit later. Yeah, and see, I don't know how they ended up owning these little things here. Oh well. It's called an exclave, Jay. I was trying to explain it to the common man, Graham, like me. Excuse me. Oh, what a morning. I was trying to explain it to the common man. It is, I don't know. I guess Exclave. What I say, enclave? Oh man, whatever. You guys know what I mean. It's early. I was up playing it's an up oh man. Just tiny cherry picked remnants of their colonial empire. Britain and France still have some too. I guess it would be what? Like if the Cubans raided Guantanamo, would that be like kind of similar? Or would it be more like if they raided Hawaii, right? Like they're like, we got to get into Hawaii. Kohlhauser explains it the best. Enclave, exclave, whatever. Spain is basically Naboo, and the Trade Federation was Morocco, but there was no Jedi to help. Got it. Or Puerto Rico. Guantanamo Bay is a good analogy. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Graham actually likes what I had to say. It's a shocker. Chaos Maker says like it's like they invaded the Keys. That might be it too, yeah. What's up, Neil? I'll see you next week, huh, brother? In Vegas, if I survive the road trip. All I'm saying, it still doesn't make it right. It's very weird that so what is the hope here, right? Their hope is to get into this little tip area, and then the Spain government say amnesty. You're now Spain citizens. Then they could travel over to the mainland, right? Like that's the point, right? If they're in that little area, then they can make it to the yeah, that's it. All we need is the tip. Yeah, finally we got a Catholic bishop speaking out against this stuff. Maybe he should have been the Pope, huh? I don't know. I it's not my place. I'm not Catholic.
Now we are witnessing an invasion. They are not refugees. No, this is an invasion of mass Islamization of Europe. And so this is a global political agenda by the powerful of the world to destroy Europe culturally and religiously. I mean, to destroy Christianity ultimately in Europe. Now we are witnessing an invasion. They are not refugees. No, this is an invasion.
The thing is, like, okay. All right, let me know, please. Let me know. If the goal is to destroy the culture and destroy the religion, who benefits from that though? Like who is the benefactor of that? And like why are the higher ups allowing this? How do they benefit from this? Or are they just retarded? That's all I'm saying is like who benefits from a collapsed European government and culture? Communist, the New World System. I mean, I get that Islam benefits, but are the people that are in charge of all this stuff in Islam, are they part of Islam? I don't know if they are even part of Islam. The EU is controlling this whole thing. So like that's my question. If this is true, if Europe collapses, their culture is destroyed and their religion is gone, then how does the EU maintain any type of power when they know that eventually they're going to lose all the vote? Like no one's going to vote for them. They're going to vote for Muslims. They're going to vote for Muslims like we've seen over and over again. They don't plan that far in the future. They don't care. It's freaking crazy, man. Freaking crazy. I don't think you understand how entrenched these people are. I don't. I don't know. That's why I'm asking the chat. The EU are unelected bureaucrats running nations. Mm. I mean, eventually, because all I'm seeing are if Europe collapses, right? Okay, Europe collapses and they lose their culture and like what this bishop is saying. If they lose it all, and we're just having a discussion here, I'm not, eventually there's not going to be any money. You get what I'm saying? It's like, do they think like this locust is just going to travel to like Canada and destroy that next? You know what I'm saying? Like eventually, like there's not going to be any money to support a broken EU. Like who's going to do that? Look at London, Jay. No, that's what I'm saying. It's like eventually they're going to run out of money. Who's going to give them money? Asia? They don't want anything to do with that. Russia? They could care less. That's good for Russia. It's so nice to see Ladybug in the chat. Now we got to find Spider, wherever he may be. It's not about money, it's about power. Okay. I get that. What I guess what I'm saying is how do you maintain power? That's like me saying, okay, look, Paul, I get exactly what you're saying. And there's a part of me that agrees with you. I'm saying this. If this is happening in a country like Haiti, what there's no power there. You get what I mean? Like if I took over Haiti and I was the king of Haiti, I took over a country that can't even feed themselves. You get what I'm saying? Like that what power do I actually have? And I'm getting to the point of it's like if according to this bishop, if the culture's destroyed, everything is destroyed, then that means they don't have a military, they don't have money, they don't have exports, they don't have anything that the rest of the world wants. How do you have power when you have a nation that is useless? You get what I'm saying? Like that's all I'm saying. It's like what kind of power is that? Like I don't think they're thinking this through. They move on to the next country. That's my only thought. It's like a locust, you know? Jay would take over Hayden and name it JT. That's all I'm saying. Look at freaking Wasp here. What would I do without you, Wasp, in my life? I tell you. The geopolitical shift in the EU started a few years ago and gradually got escalated to this level. Radical ideologies, including Islam, has been on a mission with open borders, national identity and sovereignty of the West, in a battle for survival. Andrew says, better to reign in hell. That's Wasp just stung the entire chat with that one.
Thank you.
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 Wasp, thank you so much, man. And so, like, if you look at if you look at the Islamic countries now, they don't really have a military. They don't have anything. Look at Wasp. Everybody's saying thing. Look at this. She just comes in with a $100 donation. Holy crap. Only Poland and Hungary have refused to take migrants. And Poland has become one of the biggest international destinations for travelers. They love it. And Romania. People love going to those two countries because there's no crime. It's clean. Nobody bothers people when you go visit there. You can enjoy the culture there. Same with Japan. People love going to Japan. The end goal is the US, and we'll be on our own. I'll take my chances with that. I'll take my chances. Not saying anything, but I'm saying it would be like their power was clay and iron. Doesn't mix and is weak. Correct. Okay, I got you. All right. Can you guys do me a solid? Can we thank Wasp by putting her emoji, her own special emoji in the chat, please? It's so cool. Graham has his own emoji, but he has migrated over to Kick, so I got to move his emoji over to Kick. I love seeing all the stingers show up in the chat. I think that's so cool. How do I turn the emojis off? Oh, there we go. Hey, look, Kenny Lee's in my chat. The smartest man in the chat is right here. Professor. Physics professor. What is he doing watching me? Not good. Thank you all. I love this community and this country, and I'm blessed. Look at Nerd Herder with 5 gifted memberships to the channel. Here we go. Thank you, good sir. I don't know. I guess like trying to process what higher up benefits from the collapse of a civilization, I guess makes them easier to control it. I guess that's the thinking here. You know? Wait, what? Because the one he plays is unfunny, needs something hip and new. What clip is that? Apparently, you need a new thank you clip. God dang, man. I'm done. I can't deal with Kohlhauser no more, man. It's the power. It's the power, Jay. They seek power regardless of borders and leaderships. It's savagery. He needs a thank you for modern audience. I love that thank you clip. Sure, I'll take one. Might as well, since everything else I do in Kohlhauser's eyes is trash. Even though I invite him on shows. He goes into Az's chat and everybody's, oh, hi, Az. Hi. Hi, drinker. Not Jay. When it comes to Jay, Claus was just like, you suck. You're not funny. You're awful. Oh, good God, help me. It's all love, man. Look at this meme right here. Was that supposed to be funny? We're going to run it back. Thank you.
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 You should show the clip I made for it the other day. I'm saving it. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Jay ain't lying. Oh, Nigel, I got your messages and your email, brother. I will definitely get back to you while I'm sitting in a car for 3 days driving to Vegas. Three days. I seen them execute people in the streets, elderly teenagers, all because they fought against the oppressors. We must fight for our freedom. It's worth the fight. Boy, you got that right. You got that right. Claudia said, just looking out for you, Jay. I appreciate it. We bust each other's chops. I'll take a new thank you clip. I'll take it. I always need new, fresh stuff anyway. He does have a point. Jay, have you checked out Theory Vader 2 yet? I have. It's awesome. And congratulations to Star Wars Theory, man, for trying. I haven't done a reaction to it. I'm like, maybe I will. It's cool though. Nerd Slap. I feel like I owe Nerd Slap like $1,000 for all the stuff he's made for me. Was that post supposed to be funny? I see what you did here, Steel Leg. I see what you did here. You can review Vader 2 on Critic List. Hey, I'm proud of him, man. The man made his own lightsabers. The man's doing his own movies, whether you like it or not. It's like you can't I didn't know that. I will Odyssey Run. He's whether you like it or not, it's like, hey, we're doing it. We're doing the darn thing. Look at this meme here. A man seeking refuge takes his family. Right? I haven't heard Jay say that's crazy. I'm worried. A man going to war leaves his family behind. How true is this meme? Of course. That's why I love Cole Hauser. Homies always roasting each other in nerdom as a sign of endearment. 100%. 100%. You know how we do around here. That is true. It's eerie how many hey, take care, Space Rebel. Be safe out there. Good morning and happy Friday to you. Wild man of Yavin. I mean, I always leave my family behind when I'm seeking refuge. Have you dealt with kids? Joking. I saw this and I was like, boy, this couldn't be a truer thing ever. We've got more video of like, look at this. This is the most insane thing look at this.
Máquina de la semana.
Look, they've got freaking lifeguards in the water helping them get to the land. This dude like somehow got his bike across.
En bicicleta por el agua.
Look at all the flip-flops in the water there. Look at all the government workers just standing there like helping. Again, not a woman, not a child in sight, man. Man. All right, that was kind of funny, Colossus. Look how happy they're hugging each other. Was Morocco that bad of a country? Was Morocco that bad that they had to come?
El máquina de la semana.
Was Morocco that bad? This is like a freaking invasion. Remember, Donald Trump came out and was like, Donald Trump was very, very clear. We're not doing any trading with Spain. Wait, didn't Spain win the World Cup? Why is there a guy with a Messi jersey on over there? Come on, man. Let's see. Hold on. Is this the same clip that we showed? Hold on. This might be the same thing that we showed. There's a report out there that 2 people were killed by a killer whale swimming over there. That can't be real. Has anybody else heard this? I think this could be the same clip. If it is, I'll stop it.
Really wild video here. Chaos at the border of Spain's North African enclave in Morocco. This is a city called Ceuta. You're watching as thousands of migrants break through the fence and completely overwhelm the border police. Their video showing huge groups of people, mostly young military-age guys, cramming into inflatable tubes or arriving on shore in other ways, some of them wading in the water as they break through the gates to get to the other side. Sandra, this is reminiscent of kind of what we saw during the open border during the Biden administration through 2021, 2024, kind of similar to what we saw in Del Rio back in 2021. The socialist agenda, their platform literally says they want to abolish borders, abolish immigration enforcement, have complete freedom.
I bet 100 AOCs. I bet 100 AOC says that we need to be like Spain. She just wants all them young men in there. Have you seen her boyfriend? Have you seen her boyfriend? Let's see. It's just like, if Morocco was that bad, why are they sending all these men over just to take over the country? Is that it?
No, estaba mirando para allá, no te vi.
This is insane to me, man. Like, this is happening now. Invaders are raiding homes in Spain. Dude, what? Yo, that's wild. Bella, Stella. Bella Stella with 10 gifted memberships. Holy crap. Jeremy covered this on Cobra Cast. This isn't, I get it, but this ain't Cobra Cast, man. Come on, man. I get that almost every show. They're like, Jeremy covered this yesterday. I'm like, well, I do my own show. And then you come back and say, but don't worry, this one's better. Bro, you're crazy, brother. He goes, sorry, Jay. I meant to say Jeremy covered this on HomoCast. Oh, Lord, help me. You guys are hilarious. You guys are hilarious. So let me get this straight. Spain passes mass amnesty plan for hundreds of thousands of migrants. Morocco then pardons 3,000 criminals, including terrorists. And days later, hundreds of Moroccan men invade Spain. Didn't Cuba do this to America one time too? Didn't Jimmy Carter? Was it Jimmy Carter? All right. The only reason I remember this is from the movie Scarface. Jay covers it again for those of us in the back. Bella Stella, God bless you. I hope things are safe over there for you. I remember in the movie Scarface, it said Jimmy Carter said that they would take in all the Cuban refugees. But what Cuba did was open up their crazy hospitals and prisons and send that over. So they weren't refugees. They emptied out their prisons and their insane asylums. And like, hey, here's all the refugees you were willing to take off our hands. Is that right? Oh, Captain, my captain. Everyone says that's true. They did send all the scum over. Isn't that crazy? Do you think Morocco's doing the same thing here? They're like, hey, man, Spain will take all our prisoners, so we don't have to fool with them or feed them. Let it be their problem. That's why they all look like young men that's been arrested. Off you go. Off you go. You think Canada's going to do that next? There was a video of a man that was being interviewed, and he was saying like, yeah, they let me. I think they told the interviewee that they let him out of jail. I don't know if I have that. Let me see. I might not have had that. The crazy thing about all of this is that people. Oh yeah, here it is right here. Jay, that will never happen to Canada. It has the best borders wall ever, also known as the United States of America. Oh. One of the African invaders says he fled Morocco because he might have trouble with the police in connection to a death. Wow.
Ali, ¿por qué no te quedas en Marruecos? ¿Por qué decides venir a España?
Ya, yo vine a España porque quiero cambiar la vida, ¿sabes? tengo problemas a Marruecos, no quiero volver a Marruecos.
¿Qué problemas? ¿Qué
¿Sabes?
problemas tienes en Marruecos? ¿Qué
Tengo
te pasa?
problemas que la gente con una colega que muerte, yo no puede sentar ahí porque hablar cosas no buenas para mí, ¿sabes? Puedes morir una persona y yo o la otra persona, ¿sabes? Por eso yo vine.
¿Tenías trabajo? ¿Te faltaba trabajo? ¿Tu
Ya,
familia?
yo tengo trabajo bueno, yo trabajar a la playa, yo ayudar a la gente que no sabes nadar, muchas cosas ahí.
Ali, perdona, cuando hablas de problemas, ¿te refieres a problemas que tenías con la policía? ¿La policía te
Ya,
hizo algo allí?
Ya, con la gente, mucha gente a Marruecos, ¿sabes? Peligroso, ¿sabes?
Ali.
Interesting. But again, it is true. Why are there no women and children? Why are there no women and children? Not one. Mm. Each tiny dot represents 100 illegals. Europe is F from 2008. Yeesh. That is a scary sight, huh? Oh, wait. What's the end here? Mm. It does look like locusts, yeah. I'm telling you, man, the money. I love this clip from Nerd Slab. Hold on, I gotta get it downloaded. He posted it on Twitter. Wow, you got my hair looking great too, man. I appreciate it. Somehow I gotta put that like might have to get that into a new intro, you know. Benny Johnson. We're not gonna spend the whole time on this. We'll make it the outro. The population, I can't pronounce that name, is 83,000. 60,000 illegal migrants have invaded so far. This is a replacement. Holy crap. Hey, hey, why don't you get one of the older ones, Brian? Why don't you get one of the older ones? Let's see. We won't, like I said, we won't spend the whole time. I just wanted to cover it now and then be done. We'll move on. We'll move along. Um, I don't know. I've been seeing like reports, but like I've been trying to find like a legit news article on this. An illegal alien from Africa was attempting to enter Spain when was just allegedly devoured by an orca whale. It's just a lot of rumors on that. If that there's no mainstream media that says that this happened, but holy crap, if that's true. Freaking that's like unbelievable. Last thing. This is the guy from I think this is the guy from Poland. Member of the European Parliament. Be like Poland. He responds to PVD here. He says true. He says Spain could be heading into a civil war. This isn't just a border dispute. Spain spent centuries under Muslim rule before Christian kingdoms fought for generations to reclaim the peninsula. Morocco still disputes Spain's control of this country. All those little places. I don't want to say them wrong. The past has a way of resurfacing itself. If that's true, that would be the first documented predation on a human by an orca. Are you sure about that? What about that orca that chewed up that lady at SeaWorld? That doesn't count? What about that orca that chewed up that man in like Brazil in the wild? In the wild. Gotcha. He just drowned her. Yeah, and ate her arm. He bit her like right here and just didn't lady that. Nah, man, he bit her arm off. They didn't even they didn't even kill that orca. They just gave him somewhere else. They moved him somewhere else. It ain't like if an orca like at SeaWorld did something, they could just flush him down the toilet like a goldfish, you know? I don't think they killed that or like if you watch that documentary, what's it called? Blackfish? I don't think they killed that orca. I think they moved him to another country to live out his life in like a bathtub. It was awful. You know, like if you bought a goldfish and you're like, I don't want it anymore, people flush them in the toilet or just like can't really do that to a killer whale. I could be wrong. Is it called Blackfish? What's the name of that documentary? It's a terrible documentary. Like I don't recommend anybody watch it. There's a lot of manipulation in that documentary. It'll just make you mad all around. Blackfish, yeah, okay. Yo, shout out Doom for the raid. Shout out, thank you. Over on the YouTube side. Kohlhauser is correct though. There's a lot of yeah, here it is. There are many island disputes all over the world. China, Russia, Japan, Greece, Turkey. Yeah. War teaches us about geography. If I don't like something, I just flush it. Yeah, Blackfish. I don't recommend that thing because there was a counter documentary to that which showed that there was a lot of bias in that. But still, speaking of like bias, take care, Was. Thank you. You're going to sit there and say what you're going to flush me down the toilet because I said something offensive. Bro, what? If you're going to be retarded in my chat, just go somewhere else. What the freak is wrong with you? I don't even know you. We put a human lobster on a plate outside M Lobster Fest to force people to see the victims behind the tradition. Five days of feasting fun on fabulous coast of Maine. We're a nonprofit organization committed to supporting the local community. July 29th through August 2nd. All you do is eat lobster. That sounds like that sounds like an awesome trip, if you want to tell you the truth. Five days of feeding on lobster? Man, and music and puppets. Man, I didn't know that existed. I need to know about these events, man. I gotta go to these things. Oh man, that looks so freaking good. And they have a beauty pageant. Maine lobster festivals. Look at that. They got pirate party. Oh, look at that. Peter, why are you so mad at this? It's people getting together. Dang, that lady kind of thick. I don't know about y'all, but she's been eating something too. Like, don't get me started. That lady ain't no vegan. I can tell you that right now. I don't want to show the other picture because some of you guys in here are gonna say stuff that probably shouldn't. Oh man, is she naked? Oh no! I was like, I can't be showing that. Look at these kids. That lady ain't vegan. You can't be that. You can't be that curvy and be a vegan. I don't think that's possible. I wonder. I wonder if that's good for her skin. Oh, I don't even want. I don't even want to highlight some of the things you guys are saying. Oh man. I mean, to be honest, they could have just hired a model. You know, they could have just hired a model and say, "Hey, we're gonna pay you like a few $1,000 to lay here as a crab. People will probably take your pictures. You don't have to say anything. Um, you will be kind of naked. Okay, no problem. I mean, you got kids there, man. You showing that humdum out there like that? You know darn well this entire white family went right down to the local, like they took a couple I would pose in front of it. I'd take a couple pictures. Ah. Oh. Lobster tail is a delicacy. Let's call it what it is. Cruelty. Leave animals off your plate. PETA has like got to be like the most like they can't even be real anymore. Like it's like a troll account. Lobsters have survival mechanisms like animals, not feelings. Research shows they possess sophisticated nervous system made up of man. You know, I'm something of a lobster man myself. Let's be real. She gets eaten too, just not in the same way. Bro, buddy. 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 I knew it. A guy by the name of Dick Hammer. A thick booty lobster. Clearly, it's a black man, right? Yeah, okay. A thick booty lobster with a side of butter is supposed to turn people away. Yo! Yeah, I go for seconds and thirds. Oh my gosh, no. Oh. No, no, no. You guys, have some respect. There's ladies in the chat, guys. Have some respect. What's the community note say? The community note says, "Don't tell me what I can eat. Humans are not food. Lobsters are food." I wonder if it was cold. No, these guys are wearing shorts, so I guess it wasn't cold. That pillow's nice though, right? Like who doesn't want like one of those lemon pillows? That looks like urine. Like, I don't know. Respect was never an option, Jay. Jay risking his channel for the comment. I kind of preloaded the comments. I kind of knew, but yeah, just to be on the safe side. Yo, shout out to the amazing lurkers. Don't worry if you're a lady in this chat or a lurker, we're not going to paint you up and pour butter on you and put you on a plate. We don't do that around here. Shout out to you, amazing lurkers of this channel that keep the lights on every day. You know, this show would be nothing without you. Absolutely nothing. On the other side, if like, please don't like whatever your sick fantasy is about painting women up as a lobster and dripping butter on them. Just keep that to yourself. Just don't break the law, okay? Just don't break the law. Please don't break the law. No one puts the lurker emoji in chat anymore. See that? There's like 3 people, 4, 5, 6. That's why I was like, maybe we should move on from the lurkers, you know? Should we move on? Lady Marie says, now I want lobster. I can't find them in Alabama. You don't have a Red Lobster in your area? Ladybug says, Jesus help. Oh, yeah, you got to be a member. You got to be a member. You got to be a member. They closed. I got to be honest with you. They reopened a Red Lobster in my area. It was closed for a while. They reopened it. It is nothing like what it was before. It is 100 times better. The inside decoration, the inside decor is awesome. I mean, Beetle Johnson gave that because he likes what he's seeing. The food was like, they had like giant portions. I'm just saying it was completely different. And I was like, okay. All right. All right. Shout out Beatles. Wait. Filling up on cheddar biscuits is always the problem at Red Lobster. Man, I put those things in my pocket. Cole Hauser, are you still in chat, Cole Hauser? Or did he had too much J and he had to leave? Has Cole Hauser ever been to Red Lobster? The new and improved Red Lobster. Beetle Johnson, shout out, brother. I got to take him. Is there a Red Lobster in Vegas? Probably just eat at In-N-Out the whole time. Right Rider says, I can make those biscuits and no one has wiped you up? That needs to be on your resume. Have you ever had chicken pot pie made with cheddar bay biscuit mix? So good. All right, we got to stop because I can't. I am like, my let me get my Spider-Man cup here. No, it doesn't, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Red Lobster used to be like kind of ghetto. They rebuilt one here in Orlando by Universal Studios. I almost did a video because I walked in and I was like, this is a completely different Red Lobster than what I remember. It's crazy. Nerd slap. It's crazy good. Crazy good. I'm with you that it used to suck. I stopped going. But all of a sudden I was like, they reopened this Red Lobster and they're like, check out our check out this, check out that. And so I was like, all right, let me give it a try. Because I used to love going. And I gave it a try and I was shocked. I was so shocked. I actually went and spoke to the manager to say, I can't believe this. Well, the one divorced me, didn't appreciate my skills. Hey man, life happens sometimes, Don't let that be an issue. Keep moving forward, right? A beautiful woman that could cook. Come on. Keep it moving, right? Old man Hatfield with 5 gifties. Shout out. Someone said, is that Brie Larson? No, that's not Brie Larson. Wait a minute. How many gifties do we have? We used to do like 100 gifty Friday. I felt bad. Like, I didn't want to put that pressure on my chat because my chat is so giving. I was like, I don't want to put that pressure on you guys anymore. So we got 5, 15, 20, 25, 30 gifties. 30 gifties. So someone just drop a 70, and we'll be all set. That's Cunning. That's Cole Hauser's girlfriend. Y'all better watch out. That's Sophie Cunningham. She's from the That's Sophie Cunningham from the WNBA. Oh, look at this flag. Makes it. What was that? 35? Get that rose. Graham with 5 on the kick side, baby. That's 40. 40 total gifties. We need 60 more, huh? $60 more. Can we do it in less than an hour, huh? Ross says, I'm in my car and that rose base is insane. Where's my abacus? Man, it's still in a box somewhere. I've been to 2 WN. Look at this. Cash will be in Vegas, my man Cash. That's 50. And Dixie made it 55. 45 more gifties. 45 more. Cash, what are you? And Dixie gets one, building the arc over there. Yo, let's hit. Just got here. Start the stream over. All right, just for you, brother. We're gonna start the stream over. Here we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Friday. Man, over on the Rumble side, we got another 5 gifted memberships from Nibbly. Did I say that right? Nibble, sorry. That means we only need 35 more. Now we only need 30. Too hard to handle with another 5. Are we going to freaking do it? No freaking way. Are we going to get 30 more gifted memberships? What kind of show is this? No wonder people hate me. They're like, this retard just asked for 100 gifties. Old Renaissance Boomer with 20. Flag Ninja with 5. We only need 5 more. And it's over. It's done. It's done. I can't believe it. Everybody gets their own. We're going to go back. If you don't like the rose, Tico, just give it a second. Old Renaissance Boomer with 20. Flag Ninja again we got 2 more roses. You got to hold on. Oh, we got 3 more. Uncle Mike's Theme Park Adventure. Y'all just want the bass to hit, huh? Neocortex gives me 105 and 106 with Larry. Guys about to make me cry up in here. Some crazy memes out there. Man, there's so much coming out from this immigration thing. I'm like, I don't want to cover it no more. I think we're gonna move forward. What else can we say that we've already said, right? What else this is Friday, man. This is gonna be me. This is gonna be me in about 5 years, like because of all of you. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. That man said, "What a treat! I see dark meat." I'm just saying. Yo, Lulu Blue, shout out to you. Oh, come on, man. You gotta have some fun. Look at this lady right here. This might be someone that knows him. All right. That might be someone like she's got like her hand over her mouth in disgust. I don't condone the Speedo, you know, like we don't. That's pushing a little too far, but so sometimes you got to live a little, you know. Sometimes you just gotta live a little. That's all, right? You just gotta live a little. Lulu Blue, shout out to you. Good to see you. Let's see. 210 Tommy. Jay, weight loss inspiration tax dropped 20 pounds in the last 4 months on a diet and walking 10 hours a week. Proof it doesn't take much. Happy Friday, y'all. Yo, shout out 40 pounds or 20 pounds. Ain't no joke, man. I will make this promise to all of you. You will never, ever see me in a Speedo. I'm pretty sure I could keep that. Now, Bucky's, not a Speedo, but I'm just saying. I usually wear a Bucky swim shirt and but when I go into the pool, because I can't, if I'm afraid like I'm gonna get like skin cancer on my back or something. Never say never, dude. I don't drink like I used to, so I'm pretty sure that's not gonna happen. No man should wear a Speedo. I am in total agreement with you on that. I am in total agreement. Total agreement. And also, Nigel, look at this. It is true. They just launched The Daughter's Revenge I can't believe it. On freaking Amazon, and they're starting off the sale at a discount. $14, man. It's only the standard cover, though. I can't believe this. This is amazing. And Achromatic Chronicles Blue and Green are up too. If you order it today, you get it August 20th. That's incredible, man. It's starting to roll out. How much money do I see from that? I got to be honest, Lulu, I don't really know yet. I don't really know. Mob says, it's definitely not a lot is what I would get before because it's less, but when you have a giant publishing company printing and shipping your books, they can get it at like cost. So unlike someone like me that had to pay full price for it. Excuse me. like corporations like Amazon and Walmart, I believe they get they get special deals with like shipping and stuff like that. So they pay pennies on the dollar. So that's why it's a lot cheaper. Also, they can mass print, which someone like me, like a nobody, I have to pay the full price of printing a book where they pay so much. They so much less than the rest of us. So I did a review on my book channel. You have a book channel? Can you email that to me, please? Now I just need people to buy it so it doesn't collect dust. It ends up in Ollie's, right? Thank you. I just need people to buy a couple. I'm waiting for the day I could walk into a Walmart or Target and be like, holy crap, it's right here on the shelf. But I think before that happens, it's got to sell some. Oh yes, if you could do me a huge solid. If you have Amazon, if you can go to these pages, if you bought the book, I don't want anyone to lie. If you bought the book, if you could leave me a nice review, that would be awesome. Or leave a review, like even if you didn't like it, just leave an honest review. How about that one? That would be incredible. It's so shocking to see this. And look at Mad About Hatter says, we ain't done with the gifties, Billy. Shut up and hit that rope. Daughter's Revenge 2 is, however we get this done. The next book is the Achromatic Chronicles book, and then it'll be Cameron Cross. And then I got a brand new series. I don't know if I'm allowed to announce it. That's coming out too. So, and then it'll be Daughter's Revenge 2. I don't think it'll be called Daughter's Revenge 2. I think it'll have a different name. But yeah. So the big announcement, and I don't know, like with this new contract, I don't know, man. I gotta talk with Ripa and see how that works. Like, I don't know if we do a pre-order launch anymore. I don't think we do that anymore. I think it's just like, go get it on Amazon. I don't know. We'll see. Well, I guess to get the featured covers and stuff like that, I think that'll be something that we can launch. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you that we should have the site set up to get the graded ones. We're gonna, well, at least I know for sure. I will be in Dallas signing some of these, and then they're gonna take them to get them graded. So if you want a graded one, hopefully the whole crew will be there to sign them all. We're going to have these up on the Ripa Send website soon. So to get graded ones. Yeah, that's a 9.9. It's bigger than a regular comic, so it'll be I don't know what they charge for that. That could be, I don't know yet. So hopefully we'll have that soon. Because what will happen is you will pre-order. Then in Dallas, we sign them. If it's just me, it's just me. If it's me and Eric, if it's me and X-Wing, and we're going to sign them, and then they're going to take them to the graded, and then they ship them out to you when they get them back. So, you know. Do 10s even exist? Yes, they do. They do. I got a couple 10s for Achromatic Chronicles, actually. Bro, you're telling me I could get a pre-graded signed copy, take my money? Soon. Yeah. Soon. What a crazy live stream. 9:30. You guys came through like crazy. Is this the thick pita crab in Daughters? We didn't even hit 400 people. First case of untreatable, potentially fatal bourbon virus confirmed in New York. That's all y'all need. That's all you guys need. As if New York doesn't have enough problems as it is. There's a unique clip from Nick Shirley out here that I want to play too. Not enough for a full video, but oh, maybe it is. Shoot. I love his videos.
What do you think about the rise of communism here inside of America?
You know what? It's not surprising.
But I think I'm pretty pro-communism. I'm pretty pro getting rid of prisons.
I am married into a family who escaped communism, and we are far from that.
The Democratic Socialists are just a form of communism.
Communism is primed for countries like England, America.
Communism never works, but it's such an easy idea.
Here in America, communism is rising. Today, we're going to be asking people here in New York City about the rise of communism, socialism, the Democrat Socialists of America. There's lots of ideas that are going and being spread around across the United States that revolve around communism. So today, we're asking people here in New York City, from college students to lawyers. We'll be talking to everybody about the rise of communism here inside of America. Let's get into it. Let's start talking to people here and wait till the very end because it gets very interesting. Let's go. Your laptop right here says, "This machine kills fascist."
Yeah.
Right now we have a rise of communism here inside of America. What do you think about the rise
of communism?
Communism ideas, socialist-like ideas. The DSA is very prominent nowadays.
I think it's a good thing. I mean, you're in
the home of democratic socialists in Greenwich Village. This is where it began and where it's thrived and where it's been thriving for over 100 years. So this is the home of it, and I hope it spreads through the country. The more that we take care of each other, the better we are collectively going to be.
Do you think if we tax the rich more, we'll have more resources to give out to those that need it?
Obviously, it's so freaking stupid. The billionaires are not paying taxes. And if they just paid their share, we would have healthcare for all, for instance.
And what do you think about, for instance, a lot of people say like we need to tax the billionaires more, but then we also see all this fraud that's taking place here inside the United States. Do you think if they just got rid of fraud, we'd have enough resources for everyone?
Just because some thieves are stealing some stuff doesn't mean that we should stop the system and stop taxing people and stop helping people. Just because some people cheat doesn't mean you should wipe out the system.
Whew, we might play this whole video. It's only 20 minutes long. This is crazy. J. David comes up on Amazon in Italy and all your stuff, but not Amazon in the UK. Did you trip the king, Jay? LOL. No. Shout out to the king. Hail to the king, baby. Hail to the king. Hail to the king.
Since Zoran's taken office, there's been about a lot of millionaires and billionaires have left the city, and there's now it's estimated that there's like $11 billion that will no longer be able to get collected from taxes here inside New York City. Do you think by taxing the rich, more people will flee New York?
No, and I don't believe those numbers. Everybody wants to be here, so there's no reason for them to leave.
What do you think about the rise of communism here inside New York City and across America?
It's deplorable. Absolutely deplorable that we're allowing this to happen. Everyone needs to just grow up and wake up.
What do you think about the rise of communism here in
You need to freaking grow up. You need to freaking grow up. It's crazy. The people sitting on the bench outside doing nothing are like pro-communist like stuff. And the people that are like walking fast trying to get to work are the ones that are like, it's crazy, right? It's freaking crazy.
Inside of the United States.
The rise of communism? That would be hard for me to answer unless we have a shared definition of communism.
Yeah, so for instance, right now here in New York City, they're now freezing the rent. They want Medicare for all. That's free Medicare. They want to tax the rich, redistribute the wealth. Zoran Mandami, he also wants prisoners to get released. He's trying to get rid of Rikers Island and abolishing private ownership in some cases as well.
Okay, thank you for this definition. My thoughts are pretty positive. I feel aligned. I can't really speak to specifics, but I think I'm pretty pro-communism. I'm pro making things accessible. I'm pretty pro getting rid of prisons.
How can you like to get rid of prisons?
Well, like the system of criminality is a very strange way to interact with like, I guess, humanity in general, and like things that as a species we're not interested in, like perpetuating. I think it's kind of backwards. And so I'm not certain what prisons are actually doing for our society. And so
You're not certain what prisons do for the society? Whoa. All right, I'm convinced. I am convinced we have got to bring back proper. It starts in our education system. You have to teach these people why breaking the law is bad, why prison is bad, why you don't want to go to prison, and why we put people in prison. It's clearly I maybe I'm just too old to understand that I've got some common sense here and know that if you break the law, well, what's supposed to happen. If you break the law, you have to be punished for breaking the law so you don't break the law again. Wow.
You like to have criminals out in the open?
Well, do I want criminals out in the open? Sure, I'm fine with that because the idea of a criminal is like a little bit funny to me.
Let's just say somebody who has raped a woman.
Totally.
Would you like them to be out in the street?
I think my answer is yes, even though that's a challenging answer to say.
So if you got raped, would you like your rapist to be out in the street?
Well, like, let me finish, because I have been raped, and they are out in the street, and I'm not sure like them going to jail is a solution.
What? I have been raped. What?
To like whatever's going on inside their heart, or even my own heart, that like contributed to that experience that I'm having.
Bro, man, they have been taught that when a crime is committed against them in one of that seriousness, that it's their fault that they did this. Yo, man, that is like brainwashing 101. Are you serious? I was sexually assaulted, but honestly, I got to check my heart because it's probably my fault. Someone stole from my business, but you know, honestly, if I didn't put the business there, you know, silly me, it's my fault, and I don't want to blame the criminals. Dude, my heart is actually breaking for this person. It's actually breaking. That is crazy. That they think that it's their fault that a crime is being committed against them. What? I'm shocked. Like, I feel like this is like, who's this person next to him with a handful of rings and black fingernail polish?
And I don't want more people to get raped, but I don't know for certain that going into a jail in the United States is going to shift anything inside of their like operating system so that they'll make a different choice again.
Wow, well, thank you guys so much for your time. And is there one last message you'd like to give the people about the rise of communism or freeing the people inside the prisons?
Just like free yourself from the own prison in your heart, and then maybe we can get somewhere.
So underneath the DSA, the Democrat Socialists of America, they actually want to defund the police and abolish prisons. In fact, Zora Mandami was watching the World Cup with prisoners of Rikers Island. That lady she even said it herself, just to be on the street. It's a bit crazy. Can you be a communist and also be an American patriot at the same time?
I don't think so.
What do you think about the rise of ideas like communism and socialism here inside of America?
Are you serious? Do you think that that's a serious concern?
Yeah, I do actually. For instance, there's like a big group called DSA, Democrat Socialists of America.
Right.
And right now they just published a thing saying they want to get rid of President, Senate, and Supreme Court.
It sounds so radical, like abolish the Senate, abolish the Supreme Court, like et cetera, but it's not like those are the things that.
God, progressive white women, man. Progressive white women. What? Wow.
Need to happen in order to have a political system that actually like works for working people.
So whenever people are like, oh my God, they want to get rid of the president, I was like, well, I don't know what we would call it in the future. We could call it the head honcho of whatever.
Yeah, I haven't heard that. That sounds like an extreme position. I don't think kind of socialism in America is represented generally by that point of view. So.
The mayor of New York is a member of DSA. What do you think about the rise of communism here inside of America? The ideas of communism.
I don't think I would agree with the premise of the question.
How would you rephrase it?
Or let me just answer that I don't think communism.
How would you rephrase the question? Let me just answer, okay? Let me just answer. White male figure. We need to elect a head honcho.
is rising in America.
What do you think about some of the ideas that are becoming very popular here inside the United States?
I'm a professor here at NYU, and I can tell you.
I'm laughing, but I'm actually crying on the inside because, of course, she's a professor. Of course she is. Of course she's a professor in New York. Of course. I'm like,
Those are not communist ideas, right? Those ideas can belong to a social justice agenda or a left liberal agenda, but I wouldn't describe those as communism. So I think in order for your question to work, the assumption that communism equals those things needs to be rectified.
You got these professors and these teachers and stuff like that. They're also agreeing with this kind of stuff and stuff
We
like
just
that.
talked to a professor at NYU, and she said those are more like left-leaning ideas. She didn't refer to them as socialist or communist-like ideas.
Oh, of course, yeah. To me, it's all the same. It's all the same. It's just different degrees of it. That's all.
What's the truth about
how do you ask someone a question, a professor, and she argues with you that you asked the wrong question? That's like me saying, who's in the chat? Wicked Virtue's in the chat. Hey, Wicked Virtue, do you want to go to Universal Studios? And she goes, you're asking the wrong question. What you should be asking is, like, and then she argues with me about going to Legoland or something else, like something stupid like that. And it's like, I just wanted to know if, hey, me and my boys are going to Universal. Just wanted to know if you would wanted to hang out. That's it. I don't need for you to like tell me what you should be asking is if I'm properly, mentally, physically able to understand the fact that you want me outside in a non-Disney area, and if I'm mentally capable of riding roller coaster. It's like, holy crap. She's right. Prisons do nothing. X, unalive them all. Jay, you're making me want to give up and watch a Beardo live stream for 24 hours. Dang. Dang.
the rise of communism here inside the United States?
There's a few things. So one, a lot of our younger generation, they've been taught about Nazism and fascism. They have not been taught about communism. They have not seen the little black book of communism. They've not seen the piles of skulls. They have no idea. People like myself are actually from Russia. We know what the reality of communism is. To them, it's this la-di-da sort of fantasy life. After all, Karl Marx himself was an unemployed loser who sat there writing about things that he was just making up, pontificating. There was no connection between him and reality, not at all. So that's one thing, right? The other thing is that we have, I think someone called John Doyle, who's on the internet, he refers to it as, what was it? Race communism, right? So it's not just white liberals with communism. It's now also this like weird anti-white, anti-oppression, this idea that the only way to make up for some sort of white guilt people have is to redistribute assets, and it has to be done in these kind of multicultural, sort of largely failing cities. And then there's a third thing, and I think this thing is something that's very scary, and we have to really be aware of. Not everyone knows about this. It's called the Red-Green Alliance, which is basically that Islamism, which is very much focused on conquering the West, has seen that the best way to infiltrate the West is to undermine its nationalist institutions through communism, because communism always inherently has been anti-nationalist and has been obsessively humanist and obsessively egalitarian, right? So it wants to abolish borders, it wants to abolish nations. It's all about class, and it's all about everyone being one soup of humanity. And these Islamists are smart. People don't know this. In the 79 Islamic Revolution in Iran, the Ayatollahs rallied all the students with communism. We're going to be together. And then the minute they overthrew the Shah, all their heads were cut off. That was the end of that.
And why do you think communism is kind of on the rise here inside the United States?
Fear. Americans are scared. They're scared of losing what they have. They're afraid of minorities. They're afraid of women's rights or women. So I think it's all fear-based. I am married into a family who escaped communism, and we are far from that. I think people like to throw around the word communism because they want to scare people so that they won't vote for other things because of fear of communism.
And right now, here in the biggest city of America, you have a mayor who is a member of the Democrat Socialists of America.
That's right.
What's the truth about this organization?
The truth is that if you actually look in Africa or Southeast Asia, you'll find some of the most horrifically totalitarian regimes have the word democratic in it. It turns out that putting the word democratic into something doesn't actually make it democratic. In fact, if it was democratic, you probably wouldn't have to call it that in the first place, right? So the democratic socialists are just a form of communism trying to pretend that, oh, well, we're just like Norway. Well, first of all, Norway is, funny how they use Norway as an example. It's like 90% white. But second of all, Norway has a very high tax rate, despite having very high average income to begin with. What they are just communists with that racial sort of animus. There is really no collectivist movement that is A, not Marxist, and B, and they admit this, they say we're trained Marxist, and B, there is no socialist movement that is not, the idea of a democratic socialist is comical, because socialism is about the seizure or control of private property. You can't vote your way out of rights. It's not democratic because you use the force of government to seize people's assets or to regulate their assets into non-existence. That's not democratic. That's autocratic.
And some of these ideas right now that are being pushed, like government grocery stores.
Bro, that guy must have found the smartest man in New York. What the heck? This guy just broke everything down in like literally 7 minutes. He freaking just broke the whole system down in like 7 minutes. I need to rewatch this a few times just to get like my bearings here. Communism is obvious fantasy. I think about the right-wing fantasy, which often is the self-reliant homestead life. One destroys, one creates. Grapthar's hammer. Elon Musk vibes of autism. Yeah, that they will rule the world, right? This guy broke everything down in like 7 minutes. Wow. He needs a podcast, you know? Yo, what's up, Tommy? Take care, Nerd Slap. Have a blessed day, man.
Seizing the property of individuals, freezing the rent, abolishing prisons, defunding the police. What is that in reality?
Well, in reality, there's this very strange sort of Olinsky, they call it ideal, where you basically you actively destabilize society in order to get people in their desperation and misery to turn to the same government that destabilized it for more help. The goal is to get people as dependent on this as
yeah,
this
we
as
knew
possible.
that.
If you look at the most racist right-wing movements, the one thing they do is they kick people who they don't agree with out. Socialists don't want to kick anybody out. They want to force rich people that don't agree to stay because they need their money to maintain the system. But all these things, I mean, think about the madness of this. If what that's run by government, go to your DMV. Does that run well? Now imagine everything run like the DMV. Are these states any better? Is it better to live like this?
We've talked to a lot of college-age students and people that work at colleges today, and they say this isn't really a rise of communism. They say it's more like left-leaning ideas.
Of course it's communism. You can try to name it anything you want. The distinctions are pathetically non-existent. You argue, oh no, we're not like a communist. We just want to vote you into having no property and like the government controlling everything, but it's not communist. The name is not what matters. What matters is what it is. And what it is excessive government control over every aspect of your life.
What do you guys think about capitalism?
These are really good questions.
Yeah, this is crazy. I would say that capitalism, you know, in its true form, not awful, but right now we're currently in late stage capitalism and that's affecting everybody. The cost of a bagel should not be $7. The cost of a matcha should not be $10.
Correct me if I'm wrong, please. If I open a bagel shop under capitalism, I can charge whatever I want. If I want to charge $30, that's my prerogative. But it's also the consumer's prerogative not to buy my bagels. So if you don't want your matcha, you can make it yourself, or you can go somewhere else that's cheaper. The problem is this entitlement where it's like, I want a Starbucks matcha, so that should be cheaper. So if communism will make it cheaper, then I'll be okay. Am I wrong on that? If you don't want to pay $10 for your matcha, then figure out a way not to pay 10, figure out to make it at home, like figure out how to figure it out. I love going to steak restaurants. Can I afford going to steak restaurants? Of course not. I gotta go like buy steak and make it at home. It's like it's 100 times cheaper if that's the case. This is wow.
And currently, you know, so much of America is living paycheck to paycheck on minimum wage and minimum wage.
I feel now that I've heard these people talk, the reason why not everyone, and I know there's people in my chat that work freaking hard and they should probably be making more. I understand that. I feel like there's a certain percentage of people that kick and scream that they don't make enough money is because they take their money and do foolish things with it. Like spend $50 on a matcha when they don't have to. Does that make sense? I ain't talking about everybody. There are people in my chat right now. I know you guys work freaking hard and you probably should be paid more because you. But there's another section that are like, people live paycheck to paycheck and don't have any money. Well, what are you spending your money on, number one? If you're overspending, then that's your problem. If not, and let's just say I'm dependent on this chat to pay my bills. And thank you guys for always loving me every day that we're live here. Thank you.
Just no longer even covering the cost of life, like necessities like rent and groceries. And that's clear that capitalism isn't effective in our daily lives anymore.
And what would be your solution?
I think, what Mamdani is doing right now is really great, like trying to make things more accessible, trying to encourage like rent stabilization, even making like, I know it hasn't happened yet, but like the bus fare is free, little things like that, trying to control the price of groceries. Like those are the things that we can do that are small but have a huge impact on people's daily lives.
And how come we're starting to see this rise of Democrat socialism, or some people even say it's like the rise of communism?
Like, why are we seeing it?
Yeah, why do you think it's becoming a popular issue?
Oh, I mean, I think it's because people are finally like realizing that capitalism isn't working anymore, especially late stage capitalism. Like people know that they're paying most of their paycheck on their rent and their groceries, and then they're no longer able to have a fun bagel or go out and get a drink with their friends because a beer is $12. Like people see it in their daily lives and they're realizing that this is no longer working for them. And I also think that with the rise of the internet, people are able to see how this is working for countries in Europe, where they do have free healthcare and they do have, low grocery prices, low cost of living prices, and they're still able to afford being a human being.
Would you rather have...
They have managed to raise a generation of people that want it the way they want it. I want my coffee. I want my matcha. I want my beers with my friends. And I don't want to move to where they are so entitled where they're like, well, if the people in Florida can afford it, then we should be able to afford it here. If the people over here can afford it, if a communist comes in and says you'll be able to afford it if I'm elected, then they're going to vote. This is holy crap. This is insane. I make my own iced matcha lattes like a real man. I knew it. That is insane. That is insane. Where I live now, I like where I live, but let's be honest. If I got to the place where I can't afford it, I have to move. It's just how it is. Where I lived like 5 years ago is not ideal where I wanted to live, but it's what I could afford. And it's like I budgeted, and the car that I drive, it's like what I can afford. It's like, holy crap, dude. What is this?
Capitalism or communism?
Well, communism as it is in the Marx Engels Communist Manifesto has never been implemented in society. They say in the Communist Manifesto that communism is primed for countries like England, America, and I think the Netherlands as it was, when they wrote it in the 1800s. So when they implemented it in Russia and China, they bypassed the sort of systems of industrialization needed to make communism effective. And so I think that we've never seen communism work. We've never been able to see it work in systems where it's applicable. And so I don't think I can answer that question correctly without fully seeing a system of communism in effect.
Would you like to see a fully communist America?
I think that there's so much in our system right now that would not allow for that. And I think that being especially a quick switch would not work. But I would like to see late stage capitalism kind of taken back a little bit.
Out of China, Soviet Union, Cuba, Venezuela, what's been your favorite form of communism?
Well, again, like I said before, those aren't real forms of communism.
Why do you think oftentimes people flee communist countries like Venezuela, like Cuba, to come into a capitalist country like America?
Because it's not real communism. When you have those states in effect where it's not actual communism, it's more authoritarianism and totalitarianism. And these regimes emerge also by a byproduct of American interventionism. People aren't happy because there's clear inequalities that exist. People are unable to live. And that's why they flee these countries. Again, not real communism. So I don't think it's fair to say that people are fleeing these communist countries when in reality it's a totally different state of affairs.
We talked to a lot of these younger folks over by NYU and
Old Renaissance Boomer for 10, every meal delivered, 2,000 month rent, new car for 8 years of $800. Buy every new phone that comes out and can't figure out why they have no money yet. Says nothing about government taxing is everything. Thank you for the 10. I'm just kind of in shock that people would walk around thinking like this, man. Having this many retards isn't working. They can go. Heavy D for 2. These broads are the definition of brain dead. Graham for 500. Repeal the 19th Amendment. Not kidding. These white women are threatening humanity's very existence. Sheesh. Thank you, Boomer, for the 10. Appreciate you, man. Everybody who gave. Holy crap. We're almost done.
Some of them said that they don't think there's such a thing as a rise in communism.
Because they actually never lived it. They don't know what it's like. They're not. I'm not saying they're not educated. They're book educated.
Yeah, they don't think communism is even rising here. Yet the mayor of New York City has said that he's actively freezing the rents. He wants to have government-run grocery stores. That's something you'd see in Cuba or Venezuela. Not something you'd see here inside the United States. We already have food stamps.
Well, he already said he was going to do free groceries. Now they're not free anymore. Now they're discounted. So
also he said about free MTA, mass transit. Can't do that either.
They also want to start taxing the rich even more. Do you think we should tax the rich more, or should we eliminate the fraud that's happening here inside the United States?
Should eliminate the fraud in a lot of the programs that are not hitting who needs it.
The rich people have carried, and I'm only going to say New York, carried this state for a long time. Now it's just starting to see people are moving out. Companies, you got Chase that went down to Texas. You got half of the stock market that went down to Texas. So it's just black and white right there.
What do you think about the rise of communism here inside the United States?
Well, it's actually a reality. And not a lot of people take it seriously, I will say.
for example, my background, right? I was born in Peru, South America. So I actually know how it is to live because I was born in the 85. So I saw how bad it is and how it affects people actually, right? I came over here when I was very young. I served in the military, right? I'm a veteran and I see what's happening. People think that they have everything for granted. They don't really appreciate what it costs to fight for freedom. When you get out of here, like when I was deployed, right, you see what the real world is, people fighting in different countries just for a piece of food or water.
So would you say to those people that don't think what's going on is a rise of communism, would you say they're being misled?
Oh, absolutely. It's just that they don't care. And actually, when they see people like, I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for this, but the mayor we have, right? All the promises, he's telling people free buses, free this, free that. Again, where's the money coming from? There's no money, and instead of that, now you're raising taxes, right? And all the people, wealthy people, that actually creates jobs to make more money going somewhere else. Now where you get the money from?
Why do you think communism is on the rise, and what do you think about communism?
I think communism sells. It's such a simple idea and message. It obviously doesn't work at all, but it's something that you could so easily say to a young, naive college person or young person in general. You can say everything should be free and healthcare should be free and universal and education should be free, but people don't really understand the ramifications behind that statement. So, I mean, this is nothing new. People have been trying to sell the idea of socialism and communism for years and years and years. I mean, obviously, in pre-Soviet Russia, you had communism. That's where a lot of it started. You had the Mensheviks and the Bolsheviks. And the Mensheviks were kind of like your mainstream run-of-the-mill Democrat. And then you had the Bolsheviks. This was way back in like the 1800s, 1900s. And the Bolsheviks came in. They were kind of like the DSA activists of today. And they said, well, the Mensheviks and the Democrats aren't being radical enough, and they aren't promising you all the things that we're promising you. We can give you free education and universal health care and all of these great things. And then they never deliver. So that happened back in the day. It's just like a recurring ideology. History is a big fat circle. And it's happening again because it's such an easy thing to sell, but it's never worked. Didn't work in Russia or the Soviet Union or China or Venezuela. Communism never works, but it's such an easy idea to try to convince people to vote others in with. So I hope that people read because those who know history do not repeat it. So we just have to teach kids why it doesn't work.
What does it mean to be a part of the DSA and be a Democrat socialist? What's that actually mean?
So DSA is the Democratic Socialists of America, and it's very, very scary. And the Democratic Socialists of America, they are using the Democratic wing of politics to Trojan horse all of their ideas through, but they're very different than mainstream Democrats. What these Democratic Socialists of America want to do is usher in communism and destroy America from within. And I'm not being dramatic when I say that, because there are many DSA members who are online all over X, you can look it up, saying we want to take down the American empire from within. We want to destroy Western civilization. They're vastly different from the left. They want to destroy all of the institutions that we hold near and dear here in America. They basically want to root out everything that our founders worked so hard to build and start again, just like the Bolsheviks did way back in the day. Repeating cycle, it's terrible.
Interesting fact came out that Zoran Mandami actually makes more than the vice president and people like Pete Hegseth.
This is what's most hilarious to me, because he is an immigrant from Uganda. He came here and is experiencing one of the greatest American dream success stories. So his parents were not from here.
He also says America was built on white supremacy.
He said that? Of course he did. They all say that, but it's not. So he's an immigrant from Uganda, came here and is making more money than the vice president of the United States as the mayor of New York City, and he wants to tax you more money. But they never look inward. So the thing with these champagne socialists is they're always going to be looking to grab money from anybody but themselves, and they're going to enrich themselves in the process. So I'm not surprised at all that he's making more money than our vice president and many other high-ranking political officials. And what is Mamdani doing? He's the mayor of New York City. He's basically in charge of the subway systems, the trash cans, and keeping the streets clean. Somehow he's still managing to mess all of it up. But his role is not that intrusive, yet he's making so much money. And before this, his only other job was that he was a rapper. We need to bring back merit, and we need to kick these socialists out of the country.
Whew. Mad About Hatter, my family has an ice cream parlor in the UK since 69. The cost of a scoop is so complicated, it's unreal because of import tax, government tax, property tax. You'd go mad on how much a yearly tax is in total. It's incredible. I can't imagine. Can't imagine. Can't imagine. I'm not going to play anything. I just kind of like, wow. Anyway, that's the show for today, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're a part of the Patreon because the giveaway is underway and I will be mailing those things out when I get back from Vegas. So head over to the Patreon. If you're a rebel over there, make sure you enter. We got a lot of cool stuff we're giving away. Maybe not so cool stuff, but you might like it anyway. I will be on Geeks and Gamers Daily in an hour. And tonight at 7 p.m., the Spider-Man on the Drunk 3PO channel. So come hang out. It should be a good one. God bless you guys. Be the reason someone smiles today. And take 5 minutes and read your Bible. I promise it will change your life. That's it. I'm out. I'm hitting the red button. Until next